Hey everybody, this is Chef Harpal Sokhi and I'm back with some beautiful barbecue recipes. Now, this is especially for vegetarians. Barbecue is something which we all love, and the world loves Indian barbecue, what we call tandoori. Okay, but at home you can't do everything tandoori because you require a tandoor. So we do it either in an oven, OTG, or in a frying pan. Simple, right? So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make tandoori cauliflower. The marinade is tandoori, but the whole process in the end for cooking is in an oven. However, if you are a professional chef, this might help you to cook in a tandoor if you're working in a restaurant. So what do you need to first do? Okay, this is not the Bukhara style. Okay, the Bukhara style is a little different. So this is home style. What you need to do is from the back, remove the stem. Okay, here. This one goes out. Now, of course, in old age, when I used to live in small town, Kharagpur, this used to go for feeding the goats and the cows. Can't do it now. Everybody lives in urban estates, right? So now what you do is take cauliflower and from the back, remove the florets. This big ones, okay? So as you see the stems, so you need to put your knife here, remove the florets, okay? Could be large ones. And again, the moment you see a large one, take out the large one first. The small ones actually you don't need. You need large ones so that they are nice little chunks when you actually do a barbecue, okay? So this is how you cut. So after you cut the cauliflower, you generally blanch it, okay? How do you blanch? Cut the cauliflower like this and boil some water. In the water, I prefer adding some turmeric, okay, half a teaspoon. Enough water, which should be about 5-6 cups for a floret. The floret would be not more than about 500 grams, okay. Put some salt in this to taste. You can sing, jump, dance, do yes, you can do this at home. And put this cauliflower in here. Put it in boiling water, let it boil for some time. As it becomes soft, then you need to take them out. It also, the turmeric also actually gives a brilliant color, gives a nice little yellow color. And for your regular curries in restaurants also, those who are amateur quick cooks actually, it's important that you boil cauliflower in little turmeric. Otherwise, when you store it back in your refrigerator, it generally turns black. So for amateur cooks, this is very important tip. So as the cauliflower gets cooked for about 4 to 5 minutes, I will take it and refresh in cold water. Okay. So remove the cauliflower. See how brilliant the color is. Now that's what is important. Okay. Two things will happen here. Excess of turmeric will be drained out and the cooking process further will also stop. Okay, see, I put regular water, now it's absolutely hot. So I need to drain this out. So the next step now is like when I do my kebabs, they have a certain process to it. Okay, so that process needs to be followed. So the next step is to saute some besan, gram flour, with some butter into the pan. Carom seeds, very essential, help in digestion. When you add gram flour, very essential to have carom seeds, okay. Gram flour, to the amount of cauliflower that I've taken, I'll take about 2 tablespoons, okay. Now, I've taken a little extra here because this actually needs to coat the cauliflower, okay. So, little extra gram flour is essential. Now, be careful, the flame has to be slow. Putting my induction off, whatever heat is there is good enough for the gram flour to get cooked. As I start getting the nutty flavor, I will put some turmeric to it, okay, 1/4 teaspoon. Now why I'll tell you this, because I need to enhance the color, the end color of my kebab. Tandoori Gobi has to be brilliant bright. This will help in making the kebab brilliant and bright. We take this out There you see, in a bowl. Now to this, I'm going to add ginger garlic paste, 1 tablespoon. Okay, 1.5 teaspoon red chili powder. I'm not using green chili paste here. Garam masala, 1 teaspoon. For the recipe, you can browse my YouTube channel. Half teaspoon of black salt. Gives a nice little punch, okay? So be careful with the salt. 1/4 teaspoon of green cardamom powder. You take cardamom. If you have green cardamom pods, all you need is put it in a blender, grind it to a fine powder and pass it through a sieve to get the fine powder. That's about it. And a little bit of salt. Be careful with salt here. Don't add too much. A little bit of salt because you added salt in the cauliflower. You can't add too much here. You can always taste. And you also sprinkle chaat masala finally on top of it. That's very important. All Indian kebabs, we generally sprinkle chaat masala just to get that extra punch. Okay. Now, yogurt. Half a cup. Okay. Half a cup of yogurt to this. Blend this up. This is the marinade now. Okay. Brilliant. Now you see the color? The color is only because of the turmeric we added that makes it a little brighter. Now, the most important thing, okay, about 3 to 4 tablespoons of mustard oil. That is what gives the cauliflower a brilliant flavor. The mustard actually brings out the whole smell and the flavor of tandoori. Okay, that's what is important. And if you don't have, for example, mustard oil, what would you do? You can use mustard paste. Okay, a very strong mustard paste, you can use that. Now, next step, what I'm going to do, actually put some kasuri methi here. Take 1 tablespoon of kasuri methi, dried fenugreek leaves, blend here. Brilliant. Okay. How to make kasuri methi powder? You have it on YouTube. My YouTube channel, you can always browse it. These florets need to go inside, and there you go. Wow. So I'll put all of this. So now the cauliflower florets are marinated well. Keep it aside for at least 30 minutes, and then we need to put it inside an oven at 220 degrees. Okay, you can use an OTG also, right? An OTG at a similar temperature. If your OTG does not command 220 degrees, then you can come a little below 200 or 180 degrees. Okay, we will need to cook this for max 6 to 8 minutes, not beyond that. Okay, get a nice little texture, color, but first it needs to rest for at least 30 minutes. So after about 30 minutes, I put my oven also to preheat for about 10 minutes. That's minimum you need to do. Preheat the oven for 10 minutes, and then you take out the tray, do some basting in here, put some oil on the tray, spread it around. Now place the cauliflower. Okay. That's what you need to do. Put the balance marinade on top. This goes back inside the oven. Like I said, 6 to 8 minutes max. In between, you need to check, okay, if required, you can paste it with butter and then put it back in the oven. As you complete about 6 to 8 minutes, we will check once again. So if you want the cauliflower to have a nice further color, which is the tandoori color, the little charcoal burnt color on top, you can cook further for a little more longer time. That is something which I leave it to you. Also, you need to check many ovens. Although I say 20 degrees, if you have a smaller oven, the power would be less. Okay, these things are very important. So if you want, you can cook it further. But I believe the texture is nice and the color is nice now, and it's good to serve. And to serve, what I'm going to do is keep this here. Okay, take my plate for serving. And to finally serve, what you need to do is take little butter, melted butter. This is what you need to do. Okay, this is what a good barbecue tastes like. If there's no butter, you don't seriously enjoy. And you can always check the salt. Okay, and if you feel, you can sprinkle a little bit of chaat masala on top. Sprinkle on top. There you go. Fresh mint leaves. That's about it. Makes it a perfect barbecue cauliflower. Okay, this is simply brilliant, and you're going to love it, I'm telling you. And I can't resist actually. I will take my share. And the cauliflower is nice and soft. Don't forget the mustard, otherwise you're not going to enjoy it. Okay, this is the way you do a great barbecue cauliflower at home. Go ahead and enjoy it.